Good evening, guys. I hope you guys are well. I want to talk about something really quickly. I want to talk about insecurities. Insecurities. They can play a major part in your relationship with friends, your familiar relationships, so family, even definitely your romantic relationships. And this is something that I have worked through. I'm working through. It's not easy because when you come from decades and years of feeling a certain way about yourself, right? And then you come into a new you. Some people say, their new body or whatever. You have to change a lot of things. Like, it's not just an overnight thing. Like, oh, well, I wasn't this back then, but now I am, so I feel great. No, it's like, dang, I wasn't cute or attractive back then, but now I look alright, but I still feel like I'm that ugly duckling, right? And this is something that I am working through. It's so hard. The work is so hard because I come from thinking, well, not even thinking, but actually living to where I wasn't chosen. And then I come into a new life, right? My new life now where some men show interest. And then I'm like, man, like, can I trust it? Is it genuine? Do they really like me? Is it? So all these thoughts are coming and playing through my mind to where I'm just kind of like, I don't know, but what it is really doubt. And my pastor, he talked about this back in April for Easter. One thing he said was when he was talking about how a lot of people doubted, Jesus and stuff like that, that he was going to rise from the dead, or that it was him, his disciples. And so what he was just saying is like, when you say things like, it's too good to be true, that is a form of doubt. And when I thought about it, I'm like, man, that's so true. Like, when I say things like, nah, this man, he like me. Nah, it's just too good to be true. I'm doubting that. Like, I'm in fear. That's fear. And we can't have faith and fear. One gonna take over the other. So you either gonna trust that this is real or you gonna believe that it's not. Either way, you can't have both, right? So just remember that when you're thinking about certain things, whether it's like a financial breakthrough or some type of blessing, whatever, you can't just always be like, oh, it's just too good to be true, because that's doubt. That's fear. You're not trusting God when you think things are too good to be true, because sometimes it actually is true. And yeah, it's too good to be true, but it's because God is just a too good to be true God. Man, listen, the things that God has shown me and done for me is too good to be true. Some people would be like, what? Yeah, and I can't even say it all because we live in a jealous and a crazy society. But come back to the point. I've always felt like certain things are just too good to be true now because that people are like on me and like me and whatever. I'm just like, just too good to be true. But it's all insecurity. It's all doubt. It's all fear. And it's a lack of self-esteem. And these type of thoughts, they really are dangerous because they're going to get you in situations with people that will take advantage of your insecurity or your doubt or your lack of self-worth, self-esteem, whatever you want to call it, and will play on that, and they will take you through a journey. So if you're somebody that is struggling with insecurity, or you're somebody that is dealing with somebody that's struggling with insecurity, you have to find a way to understand, first of all, what you're feeling, okay? And know that your feelings are valid. Whether you're the person that is insecure or you're the person dealing with somebody that's insecure, whatever it is, your feelings are valid. But also figure out a way to work through that without making excuses, without blaming somebody else. So I could sit here and say, well, because of this, I feel this way. And my feelings might be valid. It might be a valid reason, but I can't blame anybody else anymore. I have to understand that I feel like I have these insecurities and I need to do something about it. Not I have these insecurities and I need to blame this person because they did this back in 6th grade. Like, it may be true, but you can't blame them. It's up to you as a grown adult to confront the insecurity and to make changes. So now that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to get through so much, 20 plus years of negative overthinking. It's hard, y'all. It's hard. That's part of why I'm away right now. It's so hard. It's so hard to retrain your brain to think good things when you have always been not taught, but you've always experienced bad things or negative things, or you didn't have the affirmations, you didn't have the positive self-esteem, the reassurance. So for me, I've always had to reassure myself. And that's cool, right? It might get the job done, but it ain't the same as somebody else saying, listen, you are amazing, you're smart, you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you're all these things, you're confident. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. So understand that insecurities, they're going to show up in one area or another. Hear me when I tell you that. So if you are the person that's struggling, I'm in the same boat. We there together, okay? I'm not better than you, you're not better than me. We working through it. But what you have to do is first address the issue and confront it. Figure out where it stems from. Some of y'all, it's from your parents. Your parents they were awful to you. They didn't tell you that you were amazing, that you were beautiful, you were smart, you were intelligent, that you were confident. They didn't do what they should have done. Some of you, it's from the opposite sex. Some of you, it's from just random family members. Some of them, sometimes you go to the family event and they like, oh, you done got bigger, stuff like that. That type of stuff can affect you even in adulthood, because it goes to your self-esteem. And some people say, oh, things like that don't affect me. Okay, cool. But when you've been told that continuously, day in, day out, years after years, and you felt that, you've experienced that, then you understand exactly what I mean. And that's not my situation, but I'm just saying, some people have experienced that. Some people, every time they go around their family, they saying how big they done got. And it's like, that's not helping them. That's not going to help them. It's not going to help them. It's doing nothing for them, but making them feel worse about whatever they're going through already. Also, try to figure out the underlying reason. It could be mentally. Like, a lot of this stuff is mental. It's mental, but it's also emotional. And for me, I'm getting to a place where I'm trying to confront negative thoughts. And I've gotten so much better, y'all, about self-awareness. Even my therapist said, she's like, you're getting so self-aware. And it's one thing to be self-aware, but it's another thing to actually put it in play. So sometimes I'll be like, dang, I shouldn't say that, because that's showing insecurity. That's showing whatever, right? But then I'll send a message anyway. So it's like, I know I shouldn't do it, because I'm not operating at my highest level. I'm operating from insecurities and low self-esteem and all that stuff. But I'm just like, I gotta say this. I gotta make this person feel like. And it's like, no, you don't. Figure out your stuff. That's not their responsibility. One thing my therapist has said over and over again is that your happiness is your responsibility. It's not somebody else's. Somebody else can't make you happy. And if they do, it's probably going to be temporary. So you get that temporary high, that temporary happiness, joy, whatever. And when they leave, when they stop doing whatever it is that made you happy, you're going to feel how you felt before it. So it's time to confront that. Find happiness within your own self. That's also something that I'm learning, is to find happiness in the things that I like to do, things that aren't attached to another man, another woman, another job, another, income. It's attached to me and me only. Because that's also going to boost my self-esteem, my security about myself, because I know who I am. I know what I like. I know what I need to make me happy, not what somebody else brings to my life will make me happy, right? And I was, last year, somebody had reached out to me from high school, and this individual was a star athlete back then, the star athlete. And long story short, he ended up basically was like, listen, I liked you like back then. Like, I really liked you. I was like, what? I had no idea. Me and him was super cool. That was a homie. I was like, but I had no idea. He was like, yeah, I thought you was beautiful back then. I think you're beautiful now. I'm like, what? Like, I'm literally so confused, because this is a star athlete. And I knew some of his I was friends with some of his girlfriends. they don't look like they don't look like me. Outside of the fact that we all black, they do not look like me. Okay, and we all like the same color actually, but outside of that, we don't look anything alike. They are in shape and all of those things. And so he said, I was like, why didn't you say something back then, right? And he was like, I just felt like you was too smart for me. He wasn't lying, but obviously I didn't tell him that. I was like, no, you still should have said something. That's what I told him. But in my mind, I was like, yeah, absolutely, we're too smart for you, but not in a I'm better than you way, but like my trajectory was different. Like I was just on a different path. And so I responded, I was like, well, like I felt like you were, I don't know what the words I used, but essentially I was just saying like he was like out of my league. Like I was like, your girlfriends like didn't look like me and all this kind of stuff. But what it was I was basically saying in a roundabout way, my insecurities didn't make me feel like I could be your girlfriend. And what he was saying was my insecurities made me feel like I couldn't be your boyfriend because I felt like you was too smart. And then here I am saying I felt like I wasn't pretty enough. So all it was insecurities. And so because of those insecurities, nothing ever happened. He never shot his shot, and I'm not going to shoot my shot. So we were just cool. And here we are 13 years later, you telling me this for the first time. I'm clueless. I'm like, what? So we could have been together this whole time, wasting time with this man, and you probably dealing with this, like all these things because of insecurity. That's what it stemmed from. That's all it was. Because if he had the confidence and the secure in himself, he would have said to himself, man, listen, I think Joy is smart as heck. She, we started off in some of the same classes, but now she in honors classes. So man, I know she's smart. But you know what? I'm gonna shoot my shot anyway. And if I fumble, if it don't work out, if she think I'm too dumb, I'm gonna chop it up and say, all right, at least I tried. But because he didn't have that in him, he didn't want to do that. And I definitely would have heard him out because I gotta be careful with my words. He's fine. He's nice looking. Back then, still is now. So I would have definitely, we would have made some shape. But insecurities. Now it ain't nothing gonna shake because he ghosted me like 2 days after that. It's like, sir, you could have just kept that in the vault. You had to tell me that if you was gonna ghost me. And it's like, now you got separate kids. I can't. But even then, I was contemplating like, I'll just hear him out. Like, let me just see, it's been over a decade. Like, yeah, he got these 3 kids, but I know him. I knew him before the kids. I know he's great, so I'm just kind of like, let me just hear him out. Let's just meet up and just see, conversation. And I was willing to do that. And then he ghosted me. So it just was like, really? But all of that was insecurity. It's all insecurity. So I say all that to say, sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone. So if you're a man watching this video, yes, we talk about insecurity in general, but listen, you might be that man that you got your eye on a woman for years, months, days, whatever it is, and you trying to find the courage to shoot your shot. This is your sign. Shoot your shot. Not at me, okay? I'm not available, but shoot your shot. If you a woman and you know this man is interested in you, okay, flash him a smile. Walk by his desk. Don't go and ask him out or nothing like that. I don't agree with that. I know some of y'all women do that, to each their own, but I don't agree. But you know what I mean? And when he come up to you, all right, let him know, like, give him something to where he feels like you interested too, And if you're not interested, you don't have to be rude either, because it takes a lot for a man to shoot men do not shoot their shot in 2025. So whether I will give a man way more credit if he does it in person. I absolutely will, because that takes a lot of courage. But even if he do it in the DM, I give him a credit, because especially if he don't really know you like that, that takes a lot to shoot a random message and actually say you're interested in getting to know somebody that you never met. That takes a level of confidence. It really does. So if a man do that, ladies, and if you're not interested, you still don't have to be rude. Like, don't be rude, don't be mean, because that affects somebody's self-esteem and confidence too. So just politely say, I'm not interested, something like that. And if she's not interested, don't get mad, don't curse her out, don't go off. Just say thank you, I respect you, and I appreciate you, and move on. Go to the next woman. So yeah, if you're in that category as a man and you've been thinking about this woman, you want to shoot your shot, do it. Don't let that insecure part of you, because maybe you was me. You was the, I don't want to say it like this, but you was the ugly duckling, or you weren't where you didn't have your glow up. That's the better way to put it, right? You didn't have your glow up back then. You was just a kid, whether it be middle school, high school, whatever, even college. Some of y'all, you glow up after college. So whatever, you didn't feel like you were that guy or that girl back then. But you done had your glow up, you got a little money, you got a little whatever. Now you feel better about yourself. Like, get that level of security about yourself. Like, feel better about yourself to where you can feel like that woman is not out of my league. And if she is, I'ma still go get her. Like, that's the type of stuff men, oh God, no. That's the type of stuff women like. Like, listen, come at me with some confidence. Come at me with some, listen, I felt like you was too smart, but I still wanted to shoot my shot anyway, because I think you're amazing. Or you guys just say, I think you're nice, or whatever. Just come like that and find out and see how far you'll go. Because you probably gonna get pretty far if that woman she got her head on straight. She right in the mind. And if she ain't interested, she ain't gonna go crazy on you. She just gonna say she's not interested. And she ain't gonna be rude, condescending, mean, none of that. So, but it's all about being secure with yourself, building up your self-esteem, addressing the problem first, figuring out where it stemmed from, where it came from, and how you can move forward. Some of us, we need to get professional help. Some of you don't need it. But whatever it is, do the work. Figure out how you can be better, so your relationships with your family, to where when people say things like, make comments, you not feel like it's targeting you. But because you have been so insecure, you have always felt like everything negative or whatever, everything somebody said is about you, when it could be the furthest thing from the truth. It could be about somebody they talking about at their job, but you feel like, oh, it's about me, because you're so insecure. And as a man, y'all have to address your insecurity as well. I've met several men that are insecure. I just be like, oh my God. And if I was a crazy woman, like a toxic woman, I could play on that. But I don't do that. But I'm saying, as a man, you have to get to a place where you're secure in yourself. Like, women love confidence. Like, and you gotta fake it somebody told me one time, he's like, man, I just love your confidence. I'm like, first off, you don't know me, okay? This is a phone screen. You don't know me. You don't know who I am when I end this video. But because I exude confidence on these videos, people think that I have confidence. Like, listen, there's some of it, but it ain't all of what you may think. But because of that, I'm faking it till I'm making it. Like, that's what it is. So as a man, you have to fake it till you make it. You may feel like, ain't a woman gonna want me because I'm 5'7". I'm here to tell you, as a woman, I like shorter men. I'm not one of the women like, oh, I only want a short man, I only want to talk. Like, I'm not that. Height does not bother me. But I'm saying I will absolutely, gladly accept a shorter man if he's a great man, because it's just about character for me. The other stuff is whatever. I done had the 6'8" man. I done had the 6+. Like, it's overrated. It really is. It really is. I care about character. I care about who you are, how you treat me, how you treat other people. So find that confidence. There are women that will absolutely accept a 5'7" king, a 5'8" king, a 5'10" king, all right, even 5'4". There are women that will accept a 5'4" man. So be confident. If you 5'4", you 5'5", you 5, whatever you are, and even if you're 6'8", Be confident. Maybe you don't like you so tall because it draws too many people to you. Either way, be confident in whatever it is you got going on. And if you don't like it, then figure out a way to change it. You can't change your height, but you can change, how your body physique is and stuff like that. So do that, and work on you. Continue to work on you. I'm working on me. I hope y'all are working on y'all, and let's continue to get better, because I really want to see more people be secure in themselves to where we're not seeking validation from other people. It's like when somebody say, "Oh, you're this, you're that," thank you. You can say thank you, but in your mind you like, "Oh, I already know that." Like, thanks, but I'm good. I already know. I feel that way about myself, but I appreciate the compliment. It's not something you say out loud, but it's something you're thinking because you're so confident in who you are. That yes, you appreciate what they say and all the accolades, but it's not going to make or break you. It's not going to make you feel better, or it's not going to make you feel less. So when somebody says something negative, it still is like, okay, that's how you feel, cool, but I still know who I am. So I don't care what you got going on. So I'm going to leave it right here, y'all. As always, stay grateful, stay faithful, stay consistent. Peace.